Assalamu alaikum.
Aleyküm selam ve rahmetullah.
How are you today?
Elhamdülillah, elhamdülillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. I think we're ready to start. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Wa salatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala ali kulli wa sahbi kulli ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Welcome to another session of Quranic journey together. And we are still covering the categories or the definition of Quran. So in a way that how we define Quran, and the seventh category that we have been covering in last, say 4 or 5 days is about how the Quran helps us to reveal the wisdom, the message, the meaning beneath the social and political event. So we began with the Battle of Badr. We talk about Hudaybiyah. Then we moved to the issues, the social issues, economic issues. And in last 3 days, we focus on orphans as a concept. So in a way, that's part of the social welfare. But when we deeply reflect on the verse, we find out that Quran speaks much more than the concept of orphan we understand. So yes, Quran does invite us to help the orphan kids out there. That is very clear. But Quran's message is much deeper than that. In this regard, that we said, if we truly understand why, what does it mean? Why Allah is asking us to help the orphans, and then if we reflect on everything else, we find out that in a way, everything is like an orphan granted to us. That our job is to see how we're going to treat them and how we're going to utilize them. So our answer was like essentially the whole point of such experience is to connect to the Creator, which means that through the experience we understand the quality of Creator. As we help a needy person like an orphan, we reflect on this and understand it's not me. It is the Creator who is the most merciful, most all-powerful, all-wise, helping this needy individual through me. So this understanding and the very experience of helping give us a very clear experiential evidence, intuitive evidence, through which that we can see the sign of Allah, we can feel the presence of Allah, and we can connect to Allah. So in this regard, we mention essentially the entire human journey and human life, and everything happened to us is for the sake of knowing the Creator, connecting to Him. And the Quran's primary purpose is this. The Quran is not history book. Quran is not the guide on how we succeed in this world. Quran primary purpose is to introduce the Creator and to connect us to the Creator, and then give us the universal principles, guidance on which that we can establish our life in a way. In everything we'll see the sign of Creator and we'll connect to Him. Now, there are many issues like this in the Quran. You could look at it just as a social, political issue. But if you look through the Tawheedi lens, if you look in connection to the Creator, you'll find out much deeper message. And I think the concept of orphan, if it was clear to everyone, shall be a very good example of how deep the Quranic message is once we know how to properly read and reflect on it. Now, today we're going to go and discuss even more examples. And again, we're going to look at, you'll see that we're going to look at some controversial issue like, polygamy. It's multiple marriage issues, the woman right issue. That's normally this is the type of thing you will hear from, let's say, the atheists or those who are anti-Islam. They will bring those issues, criticize Islam because of those. But I think it would be amazing to see what they see as a shortcoming is an amazing uh, sign of justice, wisdom. So that's we're gonna inshallah reflect on it and see together. Let's start, Dr. Ali.
Thank you. As you said, there is a great difference, fundamental difference between secularist perspective of life and Quranic perspective of life. You can call it diametrically contradictory. It doesn't mean that Quran rejects the reality of this universe. Quran is the one who speaks to guide the human beings as the creator of the universe, as the creator of human characters, human needs. So what we have been trying to understand that Muslims are mostly apologetic about Quranic Sharia rules. Now, but the situation for very bad, and the Quran put some limit to it. But people say, what? 4 wives? This apology cannot justify this at all. So what we have to understand, the purpose of the Quran is, while organizing our personal and social lives, putting the laws need to be practiced. Its aim is to prepare a ground for human beings to connect themselves to the Creator while doing so-called worldly, there is no worldly life in the Quranic purpose, but worldly affairs, worldly activities, connection is the purpose. This is because Quranic worldview is different from secularist worldview completely. Secularist worldview is, we happen to be in this world, we happen to be in need of something, and we found the resources in the world happen to be as it is, and we are going to share it among ourselves until we die, enjoy our life, and disappear from existence. That's what secularist worldview. It means organizing your life according to your own will, among yourself, and have a peaceful life, and until you die, live a pleasant, peaceful life, and rot in the soil peacefully. That is the ridiculous, contradictory mind of secularist approach to the social matters, political matters, economic matters. Quran comes with a completely different perspective, which fits the human characters, human purpose of existence. Only Quran's law, Sharia rules must be analyzed as we did for orphan, and Dr. Najati summarized it perfectly, based on existential level at the universal scale. Whereas human beings see the relationship between a needy child and take care of it. Why? I cannot stand a baby left alone here, dying of hunger, no protection. That's it. And that's how I am. Why? Naturally, I am. Why do you think this event is arranged in your existence in such a way that there is a baby who is needed and you have feeling here within your own existence definitely happening and all human beings are experiencing it definitely, and you cannot be comfortable by leaving the left alone baby out there. Who is arranged it? Secularist mind, it automatically, naturally happened to be in this way. Random developments, improvements. Looks like comedy. Now, we have to see now the most, one of the most sensitive subject and the most misunderstood subject as far as women's rights and marriage is concerned. We are going to deal this very fragile subject and see the see the deepest connection, how it is established, inshallah, by our Creator in such a way that I understand it must be so. And also at a universal level with no history, no geography. This is not a matter of Arabian Peninsula characters, Asian characters, European characters. No, it is human reality. Inshallah, we will try our best to understand this. Now, of course, we are going to talk about women's rights in this particular uh, section, session 7. But don't be surprised. I'm going to show you a slide. Seems to be, it has nothing to do with our subject. This man is crazy. What are you talking about? Here it is. There is an arrangement. It is too small, but I hope you can see it. Is it, shall I divide into two?
I think it's readable. It's readable. I can see that.
You can see clearly?
Yeah, it's readable. I can see that's like
All
you
right.
start with human need, hunger, thirst on the left
Yeah,
side.
all
Then you
right.
have, yeah.
Thank you. Now, there is a perfect arrangement between my bodily, intellectually, spiritually, sensually, reality, and essentially reality out there. Very brief. Everybody knows that. Hunger, now, food, plants, animals, and agricultural productions, they're ready there. Ready. If the political situations, division of national state concepts, putting the limits, say that you cannot come into my territory, you cannot come, fighting with each other, conflict uh, relationship, then some people will maybe remain hungry, but food is there. Thirst, water, rivers, rain, springs are there. Breathing, atmosphere, oxygen, with oxygen, ready. Warmth, of course, sunlight, energy sources, other energy sources, there. Protection from cold, climate, clothing materials, out there, ready. My need and human, very quickly, growth of our body, nutritions in food are prepared there. Health, healing, medicinal plants, biological healing systems. For example, human body is created in such a way that, for example, if you cut your hand in a week, it is discovered exactly as it was, perfectly arranged. Of course, some secular people say this happened because jinns are repairing your skin. Why? There is no sign for it in a physical sign. Just what they see, they claim. But they don't know, for example, looking at a computer and saying that, look, computer arranges itself in this way or that way. But who arranged it? Who made it? Who made it? So the matter is the source of the program, software in it. Can you claim that? No, there must be an engineer. But if you come to human, I don't remember the word when I, mm, the body repairs itself, they say. What, do you remember the word, Dr. Najati? Body has,
Self-healing, they say?
no, no, there's a word. Anyway, everybody knows, but I don't. I am an old man, so my memory is getting weaker and weaker. Mm, no, but somebody may help us, inshallah.
Nurvana is good on
Repair.
that. She can help maybe. Okay.
No, no. You know, body repairs itself, immune system, and I mean, that is how we are created, right? For example, it's perfectly arranged. Everything's perfectly arranged.
Yeah, someone say regeneration. Is
No,
that the word you're looking for?
no, forget about it.
Okay.
Body's immune system is the enough example.
Okay.
Yeah? Yeah, it is created in such a way that you made a mistake, but the creator says, okay, I created this because of your mistake, but it doesn't mean that it's not forgivable. I am forgiving it and repairing it by creating you in such a way. Do you understand? It is a sign of forgiveness. No, if you don't do it, okay, it's come. Do it again, do it again, do it again. What happens? Gangrene. That is what I understand from it. God is teaching me that forgive, forgive, forgive. But if you insist, you corrupt yourself. Now ask for forgiveness and try to stop it. Once, twice, okay, human weakness. But if you keep doing it, you become addicted to it. All right, it's too much. So growth of the real movement and work. So God created us with muscles, gravity balance, and stable ground. Now, seeing light and transparent atmosphere, hearing air as a medium for some waves, of course, thinking, learning. So we are created with the ability to speak, language, memory, social transmissions. So security and cooperation, human social structure. For example, you feel definitely that you have to uh, help the needy. Now, this is how we are created, and human beings are put in contact with each other so that they will have a social life and support each other. Moral awareness. So morality we need. So consciousness, ethical guidance, and human feelings are provided there. Curiosity, understanding, we ask questions. How can I do this? And so God created us intelligence and very well ordered universe. It means universe is created with a perfect order so that we are comfortable here. Now our subject comes. Reproduction, companionship. I will, it is not a good word to use in this community, but sexual desires, sexual satisfactions. So marriage and the existence of the spouses, having a companion, a family life is also established even in non-believer society, family life is always respected. But these secularist people define family life in a different way. That is another subject that we are going to deal. Human questions that go beyond the capacity of the universe. So there is no answer. So revelation and the messengers are provided. That is how we are here. We have to bear in mind that we are going to define a marriage, yeah, and on which base, in which society establish the understanding of marriage, secular society, and Quranic, if you like, Quran guided society. Now, it's just I wrote it very briefly.
Dr. Ali, may I interrupt you? If, before you move to this one, can we go to your previous slide? Just I want to make sure we really get the point that you want to communicate to us. So essentially, the key part here is to really reflect on what's going on around us. And the Quran continuously invite us, فَانْظُرْ, like فَانْظُرْ إِلَىٰ آثَارِ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ. So in a way, that nazar is reflective way of looking at the creation and observing what is happening and observing how there are certain need when come to the human being, and there are certain things arranged in a way that has a perfect match to the need, that it shall first lead to the question, how this can be possible? How did we get this perfect match? How did we, have the need for food, for shelter, for water? And then we end up get them. And you go deeper, how we need a certain vitamin, a protein, a mineral, and we get them in the food. So as you explore more, you can clearly see that's very orderly arrangement with wisdom and knowledge and care and compassion. So how would you explain this? You will explain this to this material component itself, as if the particles, the atoms, the molecules is the one doing that? Or you will say there must be a hidden hand behind that? Even when you go in a house, and if you find in a house that everything's arranged in a perfect way, there is a kitchen, has all the kitchen appliances, there is the seating room, is all the things needed, you will say, who is the one arranged that? So in this case, that the way you put it here is the whole planet Earth, the whole universe, arranged in a way for us as a guest house, that you find everything you like and need being there. Now, the question that every individual need to ask, how did we get this orderly arrangement? I think that's the message that you want us to, in a way, reflect on it. And within that, now we're going to the, in a way, to the, females, women, and woman right, and how this is need to be reflected.
So who arranged this, as you edit now, Dr. Najati? Thank you for it. How it was arranged? That's an existential question, and asking us to search how it is really happening, and coming to the conclusion that it cannot happen by accidental nonsense, unconscious beings. It must be arranged by a conscious creator, conscious one who created the universe. And if it is conscious, we have to ask the question, who arranged this? Who is this conscious being? And if he's a conscious being, he must have a reason. Why did he do that? Now, the answer, why did he do that, needs wisdom. So we will see the wisdom in Sharia rules. Try to understand as far as our life is concerned, as far as our life with the Creator, the connection between me and my Creator is how can I establish this the relationship with my Creator? This side is concerned. So we will make this comparison now. Now, can I just go? Hunger is created to make us in need of food. Look, neediness. The most, I think, the most fundamental difference in secularist mind and let's call it Quranic mind is need. Am I needy? Why? Now, secularist mind says you have to look to satisfy your need. Quran says, yes, in your transient, worldly, bodily life, you need to satisfy. It is a call, but the purpose is not to feed you, to satisfy your bodily needs. Quran says, use the need as a jumping board to see your reality. You are a needy being, need to be created, need to be provided everything for you, and even need to have an infinite life, comfortable, pleasurable life. That is the need makes my reality. Secularist science is trying to satisfy the need by itself. Quran is giving us the opportunity to understand our reality through realizing that I am a needy creature and there is a one who provides everything for me. Why is it so? Neediness is the only way. If someone to recognize what his reality is, if someone says, I don't need to be created by a conscious being, I happen to be accidentally, then this closes, as the Quran says, puts a stamp on the minds and hearts of the people. They can never realize why they are here on earth. Meaningless life. So neediness, we have to see it as a sacred component in our reality. Neediness. I am needy.
Yeah, Dr. Ali, may I add something here? I think this is really amazing concept because the way we look at the need and seek to fulfill the need and the way you define is very different. So you're saying that essentially we are created with a neediness that's supposed to lead us to the Creator. In other words, we need to be needy to find the Creator. So the need is there for a reason, not to find the material to fulfill it, to actually find the Creator to have fulfillment. So I'm hungry or thirsty, that my purpose is not to find water and food to fulfill my need. My purpose as I seek water and food and reflect on them, I find, oh, I need him. He is the one, Al-Razaq. He is the one, Al-Mun'im, Al-Kareem, that actually provide this food for me. So in this case, the need actually is a great blessing, right? To be needy, it's not something bad. It's something good that connect us to the creator. It's very interesting to look at.
To realize
Mm,
what my reality is
mm,
through neediness. So secular society wants to get rid of needs. Quranic worldview, neediness is a sacred component of human reality. We should never forget this. Now, hunger is created to make us in need of food so that we have to eat. Need to have a family life, children, reproduction, companionship, sexual desires are also created to make us in need of marriage. Now, if someone realizes that this is arranged by the creator of the universe, by our creator, so marriage must be established. How this marriage needs to be dealt with. The right of arranging the marriage belongs to the one who created me with the need of marriage. As we have seen listed here, the reality of all this human neediness must be provided by the one who created the provisions for it. And arrangements between my hunger and food also must be arranged by my creator. That is the point. We should understand what the reality of Sharia is. I think this point, Najat, you can repeat this point. So not repeat, really. Share what you have understood. This is a great point which satisfies me. Why do I need Sharia? Why do I need a divine law? Why do I need a creator to interfere in my life since I have a freedom? Why? Would you like to say one sentence or not?
I was thinking in terms of really, I think the way you describe it, it reminded me really David Hume. He made a very interesting argument. He says that when you're thirsty, you drink water. There is no reason that why your thirst will go away when you drink water. He says that's just, this mystery. I think here it's in a way that basically as you created with the need for water and let's say food, when you get them, it's not that things that really take away that need. It is the creator who create this feeling for you that now you feel, oh, I feel pleasure, I get taste. But that's not from that. Actually, that is from the creator. I feel like, you know, David Hume was really quite genius getting this point and saying this material fulfillment is not the source of what you get from them. There is a mysterious another source, but we don't know. I feel that in this case, the key part is to really always see him as the one who give you the taste, who give you the fulfillment, who give you the love, who whatever experience you have, he is part of everything you experience. I don't. That's my take on from that. What you describe. I don't know whether I got it right.
This philosopher is honest to fix the problem. This is the problem. There is no answer in the universe, but this man is very dishonest in concluding it. Now, where is the dishonesty? Sees that these human beings are needy, for example, from his philosophical perspective, but doesn't accept that this is provided by a conscious being. He has the right to tell me how the food must be consumed by me. It is his property. Now we will come to this. Now he has the one who provided this marriage and existential of opposite gender. and he has the right to let me know, to tell me how I should arrange my marriage life. Not me. He is the owner of the property. That is what I mean, and but I am aiming to understand that universe has an owner. So Hume says universe cannot be explained within itself. That is honest, yes. But when it comes to the conclusion, that is how it is. Then can't accept the creator. No, it is very. I am. Yes, it's a genius man, but also not genius in finding the solution. Inshallah, because I don't know, he's aware of the Quranic worldview or not, but maybe looking at the poor Muslim communities, oh, they are, yeah. That is a very bad appearance, by the way, that the Muslim people are in an appalling position. But anyways, now Islam and Muslim is the contradictory concepts to me nowadays. Now, uh, inshallah, we will go to this. Neediness demonstrates that the one who provides the necessities to satisfy my neediness, as far as our subject is concerned, has the right to assign the rules how to use his property. For example, if I am a guest in this house and Dr. Najati is the host, can I come and do everything in the house? I am a guest. In Najati's house, go into your bedroom, your whatever, your closets, open them, see what they're. Do I have the right to do that? Or would you, as the host, have the right to tell me, here you are, please sit here. And if I say, excuse me, Najati, I need to go to the restroom. Uh, is it possible? And I ask your permission. Why? You are the owner and administrator of this house. That is why we need to acknowledge the sacredness of our neediness, to acknowledge the rights of the owner of our existence and the existence of the universe. This point is generally missed in the minds of this Muslim jurisprudence. Generally, not all, but generally. So, although fiqh books must be supported with this belief perspective of the rules. Inshallah, we are trying to get our at least 1% of share to contribute this side. That this side should not be neglected. While you are eating food, you have to use it for what? To satisfy your body? I am hungry, I need some food. And or Quran says something else. So, Bismillah.
Yeah, Dr. Ali, one small point before you move that. So it reminds me this example. If you get a car, the one who makes the car will tell you which kind of fuel you should use for this car, which kind of oil you should use for this car, because the one who make the cars know everything about that and then tells you what you should do. So in a way, it's not only has a right, has the perfect wisdom to guide you on how to utilize it. So, and that's why I look at it, it's the right of the owner is the best way to utilize this to really follow the guidance from the owner, because the owner has full knowledge, and therefore it makes sense to listen to the divine guidance in how we're going to use our body or senses or possessions.
Yeah. That is the spirit of the Sharia rules. Now, the people will say that I don't want anyone else to interfere my personal freedom. your personal freedom, need for freedom. This feeling is created by your creator. If you don't acknowledge it, you will use the car and really destroy the engine by using different or inappropriate fuel, for example, inappropriate way. So what is happening now? The secular societies are, moving and swinging here and there to find out the satisfaction in this world by themselves. Alhamdulillah, we will see it, inshallah. According to the teachings of the Quran, everything created is not to eat, sorry, everything created for food is not to eat only. Eating a means of reflection of what we are eating. That is why we are created needy. Who is satisfying my need? Who provided the smell that I love? That's the beauty that I love? And who provided the nutrition that I need? Perfectly 100% fitting. Acknowledging who did it and why did he do? To acknowledge that you need his guidance, how to eat. While you are eating, reflect on it and recognize him and eat as he gives you guidance. Yeah, without, for example, wasting it, respecting other needy ones as well. These are the rules of Sharia. Now, let's listen to this ayah. Okay, we are going to listen to it from another side today because it's a long one.
عبس وتولى جاء.
No, no, not all of it. Sorry, where we are. Not, okay. Can I just go it? I was trying to, If it is possible here. No,
Yeah,
from,
from the side. Yes, maybe that's.
كلا لما يقض ما أمر.
yeah. Okay, carry on.
I don't know. I think it's only playing that.
Let's stop it.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I think that stops from there. Anyway, let's make us just listen from the beginning.
Okay,
Fine.
I think I got it. If I can do it. Yeah. Okay, come here. No. Okay, I can read it, inshallah. All right. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Come here. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Oh, yeah. Where are we? Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه إنا صببنا الماء صبا ثم شققنا الأرض شقا
فأنبتنا.
فأنبتنا فيها حبا وعنبا وقضبا وزيتونا ونخلا وحدائق غلبا وفاكهة وأبا متاعا لكم ولأنعامكم. This is the point. In general, the meaning, let people then consider their food. We poured out abundant water and caused the soil to split open. We did it. Never forget this word, we. Yeah? We did it, not accident, purposefully. We, right? Make grain grow, the vines, fresh vegetable, and olives and palm trees and dense orchards, fruits and fodder, all of you, and sorry, all for you and for your livestock to enjoy. Na meta'an lekum ve le'namikum. Purposefully arranged this. Purposefully arranged this. Not accidentally. They're aiming at satisfying your needs. Acknowledge us. Come a bit detailed analysis of the verse. Let me take my, okay? Now, فَلْيَنْظُرْ it means let him carefully observe the reflect. The Quran invites the human beings to deep contemplation, not merely casual eating, glance. Yeah, that is how I like this. I like salty ones or sweet ones, or I like certain type of food. No. Where did you buy it? How did you make it? No, how it was created. Not how did you make it. Can I get the recipe? Just a minute. Let's talk about who created, what is the meaning in food, not how did you cook it. Oh, what are we doing during iftar, invitations, banquet? We talk about where did you buy it, which restaurant, or how did you make it, what's the recipe. We never find how they are created. The purpose of food is to ask this, فَلْيَنْظُرْ. It means observe and reflect carefully. An insan, if you are an insan. But if you, excuse me, I am very sorry for my language. But if I eat food to satisfy my body, I will ask a question to myself. What is the difference between you and animal? They eat to satisfy their body. What is the difference? Yeah? What is the difference? فَلْيَنْظُرُ الْإِنسان, human being. If you use your human qualities, yeah, then you become a different being than animals feeding their body only. We have to watch out. We have to watch out. I'm very sorry about iftar invitations turned into something else than it is purpose. Talking about the ni'matullah, God's blessings, contemplating on the reality of food, that how we are needy, how we are hungry, all of us now. No, who is feeding us? We talk about, what beautiful, I'm very pleased, it is delicious, you made it perfectly. No, it is created perfectly. Let's change and become a human being, inshallah. El-insan, human being, a universal address reminding all humanities of our dependence and forgetfulness, then reminding us, asking us to use our human qualities. Okay. Ila ta'am. So, ila ta'ami, God's ta'am. So, towards this food, but his food, yeah, he must be capital. That looks like AR written, AI.
No, Dr. Ali, I think Stami, he here referred to the food that he referred to human.
No, okay.
As a human that
right.
you eat. Yeah, I think that's one. That's for his. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
His own food provided for him.
Correct.
Okay. Not food in general, but the food he personally eats and enjoys. Yeah, I understand now. Something ordinary that carries profound science for you. Yeah, correct. Thank you for correction. And definitely, indeed, we express divine majesty and manifestation of many divine names working together in creation. Sababna, we pour down. Rain descends from the manifestations of divine names. It means provided by God by manifesting his names, qualities, introducing himself to us through the food. So Ar-Rahman, the most merciful, Ar-Razak, the provider of all, Al-Qadir, etc., all powerful. Now, El-Ma as-Sabba, the water abounded, the provision begins with the rain sent in perfect measure. It's a conscious arrangement. Now, ثم شققنا الأرض شقا. شققنا, we split open the earth through divine power. Again, God's power. So life can emerge. فَأَنبَتْنَا فِيهَا حَبًّا. أَنبَتْنَا, we caused, we caused to grow, reflecting El-Muhyi, life giver, and El-Razak, provider. Habban, grain, basic nourishment for human life. We did it. Fruits and vegetables, inab, grapes, sweet nourishment, qasba, fresh greens, renewed every season, vegetation, zaytun, olives. These are representatives, aren't they? Representatives of certain types, certain species of creatures. Olives, blessed benefit. Yeah, I mean, every benefit is blessed. So, nakhla, date palms, sustaining provision. Hadaiq, gulba, lush greens. Fakir, fruit for enjoyment. Ebba, pasture for and animals. But the conclusion is meta lekum wa li'an'amikum, provision for you and your livestock, purposefully arranged, a complete chain of sustenance reflecting divine mercy, wisdom, provision, etc. Right? I think this is, in other words, just quickly listen to it. But this verse points to the purpose in creation. Let's see it and listen to it. Bismillah.
فكلوا مما رزقكم الله حلالا طيبا واشكروا نعمة الله إن كنتم إياه تعبدون.
That is the purpose of creation. So eat of the food and lawful things God has provided for you, and be thankful, washkuru, for his blessings. If it is him that you worship. Now this, while we are invited to think all the things that we need and provided, God says, okay, eat it, benefit from it, but be thankful for his blessings now, and worship him only. Don't worship the food itself. Don't worship, I don't know, whoever prepared the food for you. Don't worship the means. Worship the creator of the food. So that shows us these are created for the purpose of connecting with my creator, which is called worship, ibadah. Ibadah is connecting myself with my creator. Now,
Dr. Ali, we have a little time left. Let's reflect on those ayahs, and then we can move to the next one tomorrow, because what you cover, I believe, is very, very essential, particularly in Ramadan fast, and when food become primary agenda for most believers. But unfortunately, it seems like we're not talking about food as the Quran wants us to talk about food. When you were, providing this ayah, if you go to the slide 91, I was really thinking
This
how,
one?
yes,
No.
I think like 91, 92 is describing as if like you are invited for, let's say, the dinner for the iftar, and you go and you find out all kind of delicious food that you like is ready there. Now the question here is that you see two type of speech. You see there are a group of individuals who never recognize the host and never acknowledge there is someone who prepared this and intentionally invite, and start to engage in so-called scientific discussion of how all these things just happen by itself. How they talk about the recipe, they talk about ingredients, they talk about everything very accurately, but with one very important missing point, as if the chef, the host, the owner has nothing to do. This has just happened by itself. While what we see here in those ayah, the Quran is repeatedly saying it is we doing that. And I think it's almost, I don't know, I didn't count it. In every part is na, is we do that. It's like telling us, are you blind? Are you dumb? How can you not see that? It is we with all this knowledge, wisdom, mercy, and power, bringing the rain, opening up the seed, growing the plant, creating the fruit, and attaching to the plant and giving to you. It's like a chef in in that house that you're invited to is describing the recipe of how he or she prepare all this delicious food for you. So that's what I think that how the Quran describe it and how Quran attract our attention and say that you need to see the one who prepared this for you, and then you need to, through the food, connect to him and be thankful to him. That's what I think is when it mention all of this, and this is all for you and for your animal, it's clearly saying, look, this is intentional, purposeful. This is made specially for you. It's like the host is saying, I prepared this with my hand for you. I love you. I care about you. Enjoy it. Now, how can you not see the host, see the chef, and be thankful for that? How rude you are that deny as if the chef and the host has nothing to do with that, and still expecting next day, the other day, that you should provide it the food again and again. So I think that is, in this regard, it's really the essential part, even in the fasting, is to recognize this rububiyyah, to recognize this, the reality of the sustenance, how we have been provided that through which to know the Creator and to connect to Him. So therefore I say, eating is not really feeding the body. Eating is connecting to the Creator. Eating to actually have the, in this case, the communication with Creator. So I think if we could look at this way, it's going to change everything, I believe.
While feeding our body, we should be feeding our spirit. And there you remind me this, and I was taking notes of it. Our body, yeah? Now the host of the universe is neglected. The owner of the creator is neglected. Your example was beautiful. If you say that the food happened by itself, ignoring the cook, chef, then it is an insult to the chef. That if you are eating and ignoring the creator, the provider, you are ignoring and insulting the creator. So what we should do while eating, feeding our body, we should look and communication, talk about how are we going to feed our spiritual needs, inshallah. So now why do you think we spend all this life, all this 1 hour? We have not talked about women and women rights, marriage. Oh, now this is the necessary introduction to come to this sensitive, most misunderstood subject. We have to have this frame of thinking. Without having this frame of thinking based on our reality in creation, we cannot jump into the fiqh rules. Just to prepare our minds, I will say this sentence and stop. Sharia laws can only have meaning. Never forget this. I'm not saying to myself. Sharia laws can only be meaningful if you believe that you are needy, created, everything is provided for you by the one who created the universe. He has the right to organize your life. So he is suggesting you, as your very practical example, Dr. Najati, gave you the car. You need to go somewhere faster and in a comfortable way. Yeah. When it is hot, you have to have AC. When it is cold, you have to have the heater. It's provided. Everything is. He has the right to tell you how to use this car. Because he knows the best way, not because he has authority. No, he knows the best way how to use the car. And let's see what is the best way, how to use our relationship with, in marriage situation, the best way that the creator of the universe, the host of the universe, is going to offer us. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة.
Right. Thank you very much, and see you tomorrow, inshallah, everyone. Assalamu alaikum.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. I am excited.